Hi, welcome to Driving TV, and I hope you are well. In this video, I'd like to talk to you about how to overcome anxiety, nervousness, and fear on the day of your test. I get many requests on my channel regards to how to overcome the anxiety and the fear on the day of your test. So I've decided to make a video on giving you my tips and my advice on the subject. Hopefully it will help you in some ways to overcome the anxiety and the fear or the nervousness. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so don't miss any of my future videos, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that every time I upload a new video you will be notified to watch the video first. Okay, so let's start the lesson. So let's talk about how to overcome the anxiety, the fear, and the nervousness on the day of your test. How do you overcome the anxiety and the nervousness and the fear? So first of all, let's talk about how to prepare for the day before I give you some tips how to overcome the anxiety and the fear and the rest. So first of all, many learners or anything in life, before you do any test, anything, unless you are fully ready, unless you are fully confident of the thing that you want to do, you're always going to be nervous more than you should be, because deep inside you know better, you know that you're not ready. So never book the test unless you are fully ready for the test. Always take the advice from the driving instructor. Always ask the driving instructor when you are fully ready, or book the test only when you are advised by the driving instructor, because your driving instructor knows your strength and knows your weaknesses. So don't push or don't pressure the driving instructor to book the test for you too early, because if you do, it's going to go against you, because deep inside you know you're not ready, and when you go to the test you will be nervous and the anxiety will kick in. So number one, don't book the test unless you are fully ready. Number two, before you book your test, always ask your driving instructor to do a mock test. So 1 or 2 mock tests will help you to know whether you are ready for the test or not, because it'll give you the feeling, it'll give you the understanding of how the test is going to be like, so that when you drive in a mock test, it's like you are driving in a test. So always ask your driving instructor to do a mock test before you book your test, so that you know where you are and how you are. Also, after you book your test, do few more mock tests so that you get the confidence of driving by yourself without any help from your driving instructor. Now, when is the best time to book the test? Which part of the day? What time is the best time? Now, obviously different instructors or different people will have different opinion, will give you different ideas the best time. Some will say early is good, some will say midday, or some will say later. But for me, the best time is between 11 and 2:30. This is the best time. Anything before 11 is rush hour, and anything after 2:30, it's also rush hour because of school closing and the rest. So my advice is between 11 and 2:30. For me, the best one is 1:30. Why? Because it's midday. Number one, I don't advise for you to book too early, because if you book the test too early, the problem is that you can't sleep the night before thinking that I'm not going to wake up, and if I can't wake up, I'm going to miss my test. So because of that thinking, that thought, it doesn't allow you to sleep, and you need a good sleep night before. So never book the test, from my advice, too early. Okay? If you do a midday, you don't have the fear of not waking up on time. So for me, best time is 1:30. Why? Because roads are more settled 1:30. Everyone gone to work, people are on the road, are more settled, not rushing because they're going to work late and the rest. So for me, I find 1:30 or around 1:30, around 1 is the best time to book the test. That's my opinion. Like I said, everyone will have their own opinion, but that's my opinion. Once you've booked your test, don't announce the whole world. Obviously, your loved ones, few people will know about your test, but don't announce it, because If you do, that will put you under pressure, thinking that what if I fail, what are they going to think? And because of that thought, because of that thinking, it's going to put you under pressure more. So don't announce it. Keep it to yourself so that you don't have that pressure of sharing with everyone, thinking if I fail, what am I going to say to my friends and family? So keep it to yourself. Don't announce it. Also, on the day of your test, don't have any other big plan on the day, so that you don't have to worry about two things. Test itself, it's a big thing for you. You shouldn't treat your test as if you just wake up, go and you pass your test. You have to prepare and you have to plan, and you have to be mentally prepared also for you to do the test and pass the test. So don't have any other plan on the day, anything big. On the day, I would wake up early and I would go for a walk, because walking will give you calmness. It will calm your brain. It will make you relax. So go for a walk, maybe 10, 15, 20, half an hour, just to help yourself relax, give you that calmness in your brain, because that's what walking does. So go for an exercise, go for a walk just for about 20 minutes. Have a shower just before your driving instructor comes and picks you up for the test. So have a shower. Shower will make you relax. It'll calm you, because water in your body helps you calm. Your body loves water. So when you have a shower, it'll help you relax. It'll help you to stay calm. Have a good breakfast, because that will give you energy. I know on the day you won't feel like having anything because of the nerve and the nervousness and the anxiety. But if I were you, I would try to have something before the test. It will give you more energy. One thing I would avoid is to have too much coffee or anything which is highly caffeinated, because caffeine is not good for you. It doesn't keep you relaxed. As much as you think coffee will keep you awake, it irritates you. You might feel panicky, because that's what caffeine does. So don't have too much coffee, or don't have any coffee or any drink which is caffeinated. Have a lesson before your test, minimum 1 hour, if not 1.5 hours. 2 hours is okay as well if you want, but sometimes for some people 2 hours get too long before the test. But I've also given 2 hours. 1 hour is okay minimum, but 1.5 hours is best. It gives you enough time for you to do everything before your test, and it gives you enough time to stay relaxed, so you're not rushing everything. So for you to cover everything, basically to do all the maneuvers, to do some driving, to go through the questions about show me, tell me, you need some time. You don't want to rush. So I would have 1.5 hours. That will give you enough time for you to cover everything. Do all the maneuvers, do the emergency stop, do some driving, especially on the things you feel you're weak on. Ask your driving instructor, because he knows or she knows your weaknesses. So ask for advice, what he or she thinks you should work on before the test, and take the advice of your driving instructor. If there is an area where he or she feels that you should think about or you should work on, bear that in mind when you are doing the test, because that's why your instructor sees you weak on. Take the relevant documents with you, especially your driving license with a photo card or photo ID. And don't panic, just stay relaxed, okay? Stay relaxed. I know it's easy to say, but that's the only way you're going to pass your test. Stay relaxed and stay calm. Now the examiner. Now many learners, they have different kind of ideas about the examiner. They think that it's about them and us. Driving examiner, they're not your enemy. Okay, they're not here to go against you. They're only here to do a job, that is to see if you are safe on the road. Okay, that is a job they're doing. So don't go against the examiner. Now they might not talk or they might look serious, but that's fine. That's the job. That is what they do. That is what they're paid to do. So let them do their job. You have a job to do, which is to drive. As long as you drive, as long as you give the examiner what he or she is looking for, they will give you the license. Okay, it's not about they have a number of people they pass in a week or in a month. All these are rubbish. Okay, they're not your enemy, and they don't have a number they have to pass or fail in a month or in a week. Okay, do your bit, concentrate on you, drive the way you have been taught to drive, and if you drive good, the examiner will give you the license. That's the bottom line. Okay, don't have any negative thoughts in your mind about the examiner or about anything on the day. Keep your mind clean, don't be panicky, keep calm, and go and do your test. This is why you're here, and this is what you are going to do. Okay, now let's talk about anxiety, the nervousness and the fear. Now the anxiety comes from fear and nervousness. Okay, so let's talk about why do you have the fear of the test? Why are you nervous? Because unless you understand, it is difficult for you to overcome the problem. Think about, why are you nervous? What is the fear that you have for the test? Okay, you need to think of that. First of all, what is the worst thing could happen? The worst thing could happen is you fail your test. That's the worst thing. So you fail, so what? So what's the big deal? It's not like the world is going to finish. It's not like someone's going to be dead. It's not like you're going behind bars if you fail. It's not a big deal. If you fail, it just means that it's delayed for you to get a license. That's what it means. Life goes on. Even if you fail, you'll go home and your life will go on as normal. So think of this way rather than have that fear. Don't make a big deal. Test is not a big deal. Don't make a big deal. If you fail, it's not the end of the world. Because unless you think this way, the emotion will kick in. And because you're making a big deal, you're getting scared, you're getting nervous, and the anxiety kicks in. Okay, so you have to say or ask the question to yourself that, why am I scared? Why do I have that fear? Why am I nervous? It's not end of the world if I fail the test. So my advice to you is, don't make a big deal. Okay, if you fail, you fail. You book another test, come back, and you pass. That kind of mentality will take away the pressure of you thinking about the test too much. You don't want to put yourself into a situation where you are emotionally too scared and you have that fear. And I always say to my people, it's like holding a glass too tight. If you hold a glass too tight, what's going to happen? It's going to crack, right? And if you hold it too loose, what's going to happen? It's going to fall. So you need to find the balance, the middle path. You don't want to be extreme, but you don't want to be too soft. You want to think of the test so that you're not overthink, because little caution is good. You should be little nervous. It'll make you think better, but you don't want to be overthinking about the test. Don't make a big deal about the test. Okay? Also, never give up on the day. So when you are on the test, there will be many situations where you will feel that you've done something wrong. Don't give up. Don't think that you failed. Don't be the judge of it, because you're not the judge. The examiner will judge at the end. Your job is to drive. So if you've done something wrong, take a deep breath and carry on. And at the end, you'll get the result whether you passed or you failed. So your job within the test is to drive. So just drive. Give the examiner what he's looking for, or she, and just drive. And at the end, hopefully, you will pass. So that's the best advice I will give you about overcoming the anxiety. It's because the anxiety and the nervous and the fear comes from your emotion. No one's going to control that. Unless you control it, and unless you try to overcome that problem, no one's going to do it for you. Not even your driving instructor, not even anyone. Okay, so you have to fight within yourself to fight the emotion and say to yourself that, why am I nervous? I spent all that money for me to learn to drive, all that time, all that energy. Why? To fail the test? So think of the time and the money you've spent and the hours you gave and the energy and the time and the money. Now you're going to fail because of your emotion? Try to learn to control your emotion only then you will pass your test. So that's the best tip I can give you. Hopefully that should help you a little, because always remember that your emotion cannot be controlled by somebody else. There's nothing someone else can do to control your emotion. Only you can do that. Only you can overcome that problem. So don't make a big deal in your mind and do what you've been taught to do, which is to drive, and hopefully at the end you've passed your test. Okay, that's it for today, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, please do give a thumbs up, and please do make a comment what you think of the video. And if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that every time I upload a new video you will be notified to watch the video first. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you again on the next video. Bye for now.